My name is Prabhakar Srinivasan. I head the AI Center of Excellence at Synechron. And today I'm going to talk about Agentic AI, and it's a new frontier in GenAI. It's a very exciting space. So let's get started. The agenda for today is basically to go over these key points. I'm going to talk about Agentic AI. I'm going to pick up on some points that Anthony, thought leader in the field, mentioned in a couple of events in the early part of this year. And I'm going to talk about some of the design patterns which Anthony proposed in Agentic AI. And we've talked about something which is really at the cutting edge of Agentic AI, which is collaborative intelligence, and a new design pattern called mixture of agents is emerging. So we're going to that. Then I'll introduce you to some tech stacks and tools, and also some knowledge base courses. So let's get started. In February of this year, there was an event conducted by Sequoia Capital called AI Ascent, and right after that, there was another event called Dev Day, organized by Synechron. And in both these events, Andrew gave a talk about Agentic AI, and he emphasized the importance of Agentic AI and how it's going to be very disruptive in the space of AI. He compared Agentic AI to kind of like a task, with the traditional LLM generative AI, to kind of like asking a human being to write an essay, and a human being would not be allowed to hit the backspace, and you have to start from start to finish, you have to write it at one go. And that's kind of how traditional generative AI works. And in agentic workflows, you have the ability to actually stop, iterate, revise, review, and improve the output. If you thought this is just kind of a syntactic nuance, you're going to see in a couple of slides how this ability for generative AI to stop, reflect, introspect, and refine its output actually improves performance of the LLM. Okay. And this is what I was referring to. So Andrew talks about this case study where we have the human eval dataset, a very popular benchmark dataset for coding. And GPT 3.5 scores around 48%, GPT 4 scores around 67%, and all the other leaders in the leaderboard are all some combination of Agentic AI. These are the popular variants of Agentic AI in terms of design patterns: reflection, tool use, planning, and multi-agent. So the ability for an Agentic AI system to take the code generated by LLMs, write the test cases, benchmark the code against the test cases, make the necessary revisions, and then rerun the test cases and iterate on this process actually vastly improves the quality of the code that's generated. So it's not just new syntax, it's actually a new way of problem solving, and that's turning out to be quite a breakthrough. So he talks about reflection, tool use, planning, and multi-agent collaboration. These are the four design patterns which are emerging. Of course, this is all in a very nascent stage, and as the year progresses, you're going to see many more design patterns appearing, which are hybrid variants of these, and possibly also completely new patterns. All of these design patterns are evolving in response to some problem that is probably at an enterprise level, and how you can address them and solve them. If you take a look at like a customer onboarding application in a bank, or the way hiring, resourcing, recruitment is done in an organization, there are workflows. Some of them are sequential, some of them are done in parallel, and all of this would actually inform these problems, actually inform on how you have to assemble your agentic AI systems to communicate with each other and take care of task coordination. Okay. So app modernization is going to be completely disruptive. In the last year, we saw how you could easily generate code from text using generative AI. But we always ran into the problem that entire repositories of legacy code could not be migrated at one shot to another modern system. And that space is actually very exciting. And app modernization is going to be completely disrupted. There are already frameworks like Devin and Devika, which have come out. Devika is an open source variant. We're attempting to do this. So using prompt engineering and using agentic AI, you will be able to iteratively build all the components and create a full-fledged system from scratch. Virtual assistants, chatbots of 2023 are going to be empowered with memory, context, and personalization capabilities. So, going forward, Agentic AI is going to actually take care of not just the information aspect of the control flow, but also the transaction aspect. For example, you could potentially read about all the HR policies and extract information about policies. But the moment you want to find your timesheet and you want to update backend systems like Workday, you will need systems like Agentic AI, which can actually conversationally update these backend systems. And there are already pipelines available in Action, and you're going to see some more big stacks which will be popular in the space. Content authoring, the ability to create a draft. There are plugins already available in Office, Microsoft Office 365. Copilot actually allows you to embed the capabilities of GPT-4 as a plugin within Office. So without leaving the context of your Word document, you're able to actually create content. Now you're going to see Agentic AI being able to reflect, iterate over it, revise, review, and improve the quality of the content going forward. So these are all going to be hugely revolutionary. Okay? And wherever you have systems which are extremely heavy on workflows, like an IT ticketing system, where you have various stages, you're going to see Agentic AI playing an important role at every step of the process. Right. So this is a thought experiment. I actually took an image from Gradient Flow, and it's a popular blog that I follow. And there's this image of AI Copilot on the left-hand side, AI agent on the right-hand side, and I gave it to GPT-4o. I think by now everyone should be aware of GPT-4 Omni, which is one of the best models, a very versatile model from ChatGPT, and it has multi-modal capabilities. And it's the top of the leaderboard when it comes to the coding benchmarks, and it's very versatile. It supports a whole range of NLP capabilities. So this is the output that I got from GPT-4. It says AI co-pilots are there to augment our capabilities, and AI agents can act in a more autonomous manner, and they can actually handle a broader range of tasks independently, and they can coordinate workflows. Okay. So this distinction is very important, and there's a reason also that I mentioned GPT-4. You're going to see in the next slide something heartbreaking that happened just 3 weeks ago. So there is a new paradigm that has evolved, which is collaborative intelligence, and a new framework, a mixture of agents. We already saw a mixture of experts. Models like Mistral could be combined and you could create Mixtral. Microsoft Phi could be combined and you could have a combination of them working as a fixture. These kind of models already provided an edge over single LLMs. And now we have mixture of agents. Okay, the mixture of agent framework was released on 7th of June 2024. And this gives you a layered approach to actually using pre-trained models without any fine-tuning. And these models and constellation were models like Quen, Wizard, Mixtral, Llama 2, Llama 3, DBRX. And then several benchmark data sets were used, and the comparison is done with GPT-4o and some of the other models. So the new state of the art is 65, win rate is 65.1%, good 7.5% higher margin over the dethroned leader, which is GPT-4o, which was able to achieve 57.5. In the field of AI, it's actually very difficult to achieve such a big margin when you benchmark new models. So the whole industry is still absorbing this news and trying to figure out how this is even possible. 3 data sets were used: Alpaca, Evan, MT-Bench, and Flask. And on Alpaca Evan, 7.6% improvement was shown over GPT-4o. MT-Bench is an interesting data set. It has been around for a long time. It's it's pretty difficult to make even a small dent on an empty bench. And there also more mixture of agent was able to get to the leaderboard. Okay? And then it's worthwhile to mention this. The real innovation here is the authors figured out that you could actually group LLMs into proposers and aggregators. Proposers, even though they have a low skill level, are really good at proposing a way to solve a problem, even if they don't give you the solution. And aggregators like GPT-4 and Llama 3, they're really good at even taking those solutions and improving them. So the ability to actually separate these LLMs into two groups was something, a contribution that the authors of this paper brought to the AI field. And we also found out that LLMs can actually, even if you use LLMs which are really diverse, there could be LLMs which are really good at machine translation of natural languages, there could be LLMs which are excelling at humor, and so on and so forth. If you brought all of them together and use the mixed agent framework, what you get as a result is that you get a much more robust model, which is doing better than parts of the whole. Then Flask is an interesting benchmark data set, and here also Moa was able to outperform GPT-4o on correctness, factuality, insightfulness, completeness, and metacognition. Now, if you look at these dimensions, these are the basic dimensions we rely on when we ask if an LLM is hallucinating or not. So you get a model which is very robust against hallucination, and it's the result of mixture agents. Okay. I wanted to just show you one more aspect to mixture agents. There is a variant of mixture agent called Moa Lite, and that actually is even more cost effective than GPT-4o. So GPT-4 Omni was proposed as a cost-effective variant of GPT-4 Turbo, and Moa Lite is actually even more economical in terms of cost per token compared to GPT-4o, and its skill level is higher. So its skill level is higher, it's robust against hallucination, and thirdly, it's also more cost-effective. Alright, so let's look at some of the popular tech stacks. So these are some of the popular tech stacks which are the front runners now. AutoGen from Microsoft, Crew AI, and LangGraph, which is kind of related to LangChain. Okay? And besides these, I was able to find more than 20 frameworks, popular frameworks. And this list of 20 frameworks was also generated by Agentic AI. So I asked Agentic AI, tell me all the popular frameworks, and then it was able to reflect on this list. Okay. So a link to all these frameworks is available in the slide, and the organizers can share them with you. I'll take you now to a quick demo of some of the capabilities. So I've got 4 demos here, and if time permits, I'll give you a walk through all of them. The first one is actually AI creating a newsletter. The second one is AI actually interviewing a human expert, a human entrepreneur, and asking some questions. I wanted to show this to you so that you understand that AI can actually have a human in the loop. So we don't have to run Agentic AI in a fully autonomous manner. We take human input also, and that's responsible AI. And there is a stock analysis application. This is also a good demo to showcase how you can actually build an analysis application of some stocks just using Agentic AI. And the last one, which one of my team members built last night, is a very interesting app, my favorite to follow through. It's where you can plan vacation to a destination in London for a week, and Agentic AI gives you the itinerary, hotels that you could potentially stay at, activities that would match your interests and hobbies, all for a duration of 1 week. Okay. So let's kick this off, and hopefully I would not run into any of the quota exceeded areas and things like that. Let's see. So I'm going to run the last one because it takes a while, and then I come back to it. So this is, let's first start with creating a newsletter. I'm going to ask Agentic AI to build a newsletter, a small blog article about trending topics in AI. Okay. And I will go back to the intro plan. Kickstart this one. So all of these frameworks, AutoGen, Blue AI, and they all have this concept of tasks, which can be picked up by agents, which can be coordinated by an agent coordinator, and will be moved sequentially through workflows or in a hierarchical manner where a coordinator actually delegates to the agents to do a task and then it aggregates. The first one was actually creating a newsletter. I just ran it right now. And this is what I got from Agentic AI. So the agents collaborated. I had two personas. I had an agent to go online and find out the news using Google search, and the other agent actually formatted it and made it very readable. And this is the trip planner that I just kicked off, and it is actually given you an itinerary. So you could arrive and settle in resident garden, and day two, take part in these activities because I mentioned I'm interested in art, music, sightseeing, and then it's given me a plan for 7 days. It's also given me kind of a total budget breakdown. Okay, and then there's a stock analysis. So I asked about the stock analysis for every, and this is what I got. And then there is an AI interviewer which actually take input from the users. What inspired you to start your business? Is it public health? I'm just making up. What challenges did you face when starting the public awareness? So this is AI interviewing an entrepreneur, and at the end it will create a summary. What advice do you have for aspiring? Be brave and take calculated risks. Alright, so the entrepreneur was inspired to start their business due to public health concerns. They face challenges related to public awareness when starting a business, but they overcame through strategic marketing and networking. The advice given to aspiring entrepreneurs who are starting is to be take calculators. This is just to show you that you could actually introduce a human. In a real context, you could have somebody screening resumes and creating profiles, kind of HR sourcing recruitment process. Having a human filter is just responsibility. So you can actually act as a human filter and evaluate the output at the end and see if the input matches what you're looking for. The output matches what you're looking for. So this is the stock analysis backup that I had. So this is what I got earlier when I had for some reason truncated the output to just wide level is what I got. So key financial metrics have price earning ratio, earnings per share, debt equity, and if you scroll down, it talks about the strengths and weaknesses of NVIDIA. And it's not bad. Very small proof of concept. This is quite good. And you could parameterize it. You can ask any queries about any company. And it actually uses the Google search APIs. Augments the LLMs. LLMs can't go and search the activity information. So this augments the capabilities of LLMs. And it uses that to create a nice slide. Okay. So I think I have a minute. I'm just going to conclude my talk. These are some popular courses on deep learning.ai. We have something on design pattern using AutoGen. We have a course on LangGraph, a course on GlueAI. So I highly recommend if you want to learn about this topic. And the links that I referred to for this topic here. Now in Synechron, we've launched an Access AI suite of products. None of them are agentic right now. Besides this, we have many agentic AI projects also in the pipeline. And we basically bunched all these accelerators into 3 categories. Something to address the value stream of productivity, codify, verify. Business growth, we've got tools like amplify, simplify, clarify, listen to. Use the power of GenAI to automate the call center operations, non-compliance detection, putting together an investment plan as well. And on operational efficiency, we've got tools like Nexus Chat, which are a safe and secure way of accessing ChatGPT using Zero AI. We've got tools that can automate building out a response to an RFP with AI. And so I highly recommend to visit our strong